Hello and welcome, TBU fans. My name is Hex, and this is your top Pokemon show for the second week of the Battle Union. Before we get started, I'm going to be honest with you, not all of the Week 2 games have been completed by the time of this recording, and a few of the games were blowouts, so for this week we are going to go back to our 3 Pokemon show. So without further ado, let's begin. Our first Pokemon in the spotlight is going to be coming from the Durham Druddigans, and of course it's going to be that Mimikyu, or is it Zoroark? In fact, it's going to be none of them because I'm going to talk about the Infernape today. While yes, it ended up being Zoroark who picked up those 4 kills at the end, it wouldn't have been nearly as clean if the Infernape didn't do its job so well. Once he realized the Gardevoir wasn't scarfed, he basically made it so Sky couldn't really play the game he wanted to play. He killed the Mega Blastoise on a switch-in with a Thunder Punch to hit KO, and then he also kept Toxic Spikes off the field with his offensive pressure, and then on top of all that, he kept the Scarfed Excadrill in check with a Mach Punch, bringing him in range of his Sweeper's priority moves, and that's what I call a job well done. Moving on to our next Pokemon, which is going to be the Pangoro from the AS Rowlet. In Coach Eric's own words, this Pangoro refused to let him lose. After extenuating circumstances put Eric in an uphill battle, Pangoro decided to keep it going, basically picking up a kill every time it came in. Even after coming in on a flamethrower and dodging the burn, he was more than capable of taking the extreme speed from the Lucario and cleaning up the game from there. Speaking of late game cleanup jobs, I get to finally talk about the first viewer pick on the show, and that's going to be none other than the Togedemaru from the Maryland Torterrapins. Now before we talk about this prickly Pokemon's performance, let's marvel in the beauty that was Kelly's set. He ran Adamant Choice Scarf, able to do a lot of damage to a lot of Jack's Pokemon. He also had the Encore just in case there was a Cresselia who wanted to set up. Now in-game, the Togedemaru ended up being a huge thorn in Jack's side, netting Kelly a decent amount of momentum while also picking up 3 kills in the end, showing his viewers the value of a well-played Togedemaru. And that's going to be it from me. My name is Hex, signing out, and I'll see you next week for the top Pokemon show. Have a nice day, Poke fans.